Hi, welcome to our channel. For today, we will recap a sci-fi action film called iBoy from the year 2017. The plot revolves around a teenage boy who wakes from a coma to discover that fragments from his broken smartphone have been embedded into his brain and turned him into an actualized app with superhuman powers. Have you seen this movie yet? If not, grab some popcorn and enjoy. At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to a young man named Tom. He is like any other normal person who enjoys gaming and good music. He is greeted by his best friend Danny, whom he goes to school with. And like any other boy in their teens, he has a crush at school named Lucy whom he is enamored with. His buddy Danny chastises him, saying that it is painful to watch the way he looks at Lucy. He gets a chance to talk with her, but the school bully Eugene bothers them. Lucy quickly shoos him away. Tom lives with his grandmother, who is a novel writer. That night, he takes a walk and passes by Lucy's place. He hears many hushed voices inside her room. Cautiously, he peers inside, but 4 masked men come out. They chase after him while he calls the police. But before he can even talk, one of the perpetrators shoots him. 10 days later, he wakes up in hospital. The doctor explains how serious the injury is. While calling for help, the masked man hit the phone, which made some bits of the phone fly over to his head. Thankfully, Tom's life is not in any danger yet. The doctor discharges Tom and tells him to call if anything weird happens. As soon as he gets home, unusual happenings start to occur. He hears electrical noises and appears to even see beyond the digital transmission of data through electrical devices. Even though the person is far away, he hears them clearly. It's as if a radio antenna is stuck in his head. He visits Lucy that afternoon to bring flowers and to apologize for running away when she got attacked by the masked men. He promises her that they will not get away with their crimes, but she says it's all right and refuses to tell the identities of the 4. Tom thinks the sedative given to him by the doctors is what causes him to be trippy and hear the noises, but it soon becomes clear to him that he is hearing everything, like he just suddenly has this weird power. His grandmother gets worried for him, but he tells her that he is okay. When he gets to his room, he doesn't only hear but also sees the letters and numbers of his electronic devices. He opens his window and sees digital images in every part of the city. This causes him to overload and pass out. In his sleep, he hacks through Lucy's Wi-Fi router and finds out one of the names of the perpetrator, Eugene, their school bully. He wakes up and vividly remembers the scene. He meets up with Danny and confides in him what he knows. But he just flat out rejected his idea, saying that Eugene will not cross the line of being a bully and a criminal. At school, he further finds proof that Eugene is guilty of the crime. In the video, he along with the 3 others were assaulting Lucy. They even lay hands on her when she resisted. This causes Tom to get angry and uses his power to destroy Eugene's phone. After school, Tom goes to a party Danny invited him to. Eugene is also there. Without thinking twice, he investigated some more and found the other 2 guys who were involved in the scene. He gets up to confront Eugene, but Danny stops the fight before it can escalate. Danny scolds him, saying that he should not get into a fight he cannot win. On the other hand, Lucy is suffering miserably in her room. She gets depressed and is about to do something bad. Tom visits her to comfort her and asks how she's doing. He made her smile with some of his silly jokes when suddenly the group of Eugene came out from the alley. From her smile, we see that Eugene and his friends are obviously the ones who did the act. As his first move, he sends him an anonymous message that he will come for him. After that, he follows them everywhere and hacks into their gadgets, where he finds all of their activities. Lucy tries to recover, but cannot still bring herself to come to school. That night, he messes up with everyone. He makes the TV play scary movies, turns the lights on and off, and plays a devil's laughter. And then, after hacking Cass's phone, he found a video of him doing obscene things while watching adult things. The following morning, in front of a school meeting, he hacks into the projector and plays the video of Cass pleasuring himself. Everyone burst out laughing, and Cass couldn't take it anymore and shamefully exits. He immediately tells Lucy this, who, for the first time after the incident, was able to laugh. Lucy contacts the unknown man who contacted her before and asks if he is the one behind the school incident. She asks for his name, and the guy says his name is iBoy. He further asks if she has a boyfriend, but Lucy just shrugs it off. Tom then asks her if would like to have a date. They enjoy themselves, and Lucy thanks her for taking her out. It's been so long since she's been out of her room, and also for being the only person who reached out to her. Tom assures her that he would be with her the next time she is in danger. He won't run away like last time. They start to get back home as it's getting late, but they get ambushed by Eugene and his gang. They confront the 2 about the person messing up with them. They seize Tom, thinking that he's the one, but iBoy sends them a message that they got the wrong guy. This confuses everyone and the two quickly run away. After that, the gang hijacks a car. Suddenly, the car locks itself and starts a fire. Tom speaks to them in a deep voice and demands to know who is the person behind the attack on Lucy. Eugene shouts at them not to answer, but the terrified Rick finally gives up and says it was their boss named Cuts. Immediately, the car opens up and explodes. Tom is finally investigating Cuts. He then locates his flat and plans his next move. Inside, his men are just chilling while having a good time. His best friend Danny is also there. Tom hacks their television and sends a video of Cuts' car getting urinated on. All of them came out to find the perpetrator. Tom casually watched them all leave the flat and goes inside the room. He makes all electronic devices explode and make a mess of the room. He also finds some drugs. He grins evilly and takes some for later use. He repacks it into small quantities and sends it into where Eugene and his friends lives. After that, he notifies the police that the boys are selling said drugs. The four are quickly found out and taken into custody. He also uploads videos of the group getting caught, and soon, his popularity rose. People even cheer for the hacker. Meanwhile, Cuts gets a call from his boss named Elman. He is furious that half of their members have been caught. He demands Cuts sort everything, or else the man responsible for this will no longer be walking on Earth. Unbeknownst to them, Tom listened to every dialogue they have. Tom started his work and find anyone with that name, but is unsuccessful. Elman could not be found with his powers. But there are other ways. That night, the gang have a meeting. He instructs everyone to find out anything they can. Before leaving, he scolds Cass for dropping his name. They start their operation right away, invading every household and taking all gadgets, be it a Game Boy, laptop, TV, or cell phone. What they did not know is that Tom can hack even without electricity now. A few days later, Tom gets wind of a big delivery by the boss Elman. He prepares his things to catch the guys. On the other hand, his grandmother gets worried and begins asking questions. He goes to Danny to inquire about the weird behavior of his grandchild. He tells him that Tom has been going out every night and comes back late. He assures her that he will watch over him. Tom rides his bicycle and tracks the Cuts using his phone signal. He soon discovers his phone in a dumpster. But Tom is not easily discouraged. Using his powers, he hacks into a helicopter camera and finally locates Cuts' car. He discovers them far out of the city in a hidden place. He accessed the internet and watched some karate tips and tricks. Then, he sneaks up behind the man and applies his knowledge to quickly knock him down. After taking the guy out, he lights up all the drugs and burns it up. However, the gangs discover him and beat him. Just as Cuts is about to end his life, Tom uses his power to emit a high-frequency sound that momentarily immobilizes all goons. He takes this chance to escape and run away. The following morning, Lucy texts Tom to go to school and take the exam that they promised to do together. Tom arrives, but the exam is already over. He tries apologizing, but Lucy is angry that he could not come. They also get to know that Cass has unalived himself. Later, Tom and Danny meet up and talk after not seeing each other for some time. Everyone blames iBoy for Cass's death. Tom feels guilty and decides to visit the hospital to get the pieces of the phone out of his head. But the doctor refuses his request and tells him that the phone pieces have moved so far and become a part of his brain. There is nothing he can do about it. He goes home hopeless and depressed. Suddenly, a man holds a gun over his head. It's Cuts, Elman, and his trusted men. Tom tries to use his power and find anything about Elman, but it's something is blocking his searches. He then proposes a partnership with Tom. He wants to become the richest person in the world. Tom refuses, but Elman says he doesn't have a choice as they have kidnapped Lucy in a faraway place. Unbeknownst to them, Tom called 911 already. Back at Tom's place, they reveal that it was Tom's best friend, Danny, who leaked all the information on him. With no options, Tom fills up Elman's bank account. At the same time, police arrive at the warehouse. Finding nothing, they leave. However, Lucy gets the gun. The gang then takes Tom away towards Lucy's location. Elman orders Tom to fill up his bank account again. But because of the blocking signal from Elman, Tom's powers could not work properly. So, he overloads everyone's phone to quickly immobilize everyone. Tom and Lucy take up this chance to run away. They have not gotten far yet when Elman beats him up. As a last resort, Tom uses every ounce of his power to generate a high-powered shockwave that sends Elman back to the creator. Some days later, Tom wakes up in a hospital bed. He is recovering both physically and mentally. He also goes to school and sees Danny, who tries to apologize to him, but he just denies his peace offering. The movie ends as Lucy and Tom have a good talk above a building. Lucy now knows everything about Tom, and she tells him that she will be with him as long as he will have her. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy this movie. See you in our next video.